My Uncle Frank is 71 years old, a retired pipe fitter, and last year he almost dropped $34,000 on a brand new Ram 1500 because the salesman told him it was the most comfortable truck on the lot. I drove over that weekend, looked at his driving habits, looked at what he actually needs a truck for, and talked him out of it. Instead, I pointed him toward a used pickup that rides smoother, costs a third as much to maintain, and he bought it for $19,000 with 54,000 miles on it. 8 months later, he has spent exactly $88 on maintenance, an oil change, and a set of wiper blades. Today, I am giving you 3 bulletproof pickups that are perfect for seniors, trucks that will not break down, will not break the bank, and will not punish your back every time you hit a pothole. Number 1 is the one I recommended to my uncle, and it is the most slept-on pickup in America for anyone over 60. Let us get into it. Number 3, Nissan Frontier. Number 3 is a pickup that most people forget even exists, and that is exactly why you can buy one for almost nothing and drive it for 200,000 miles without thinking twice. The Nissan Frontier, specifically the second generation from 2005 to 2021, is one of the long-running truck platforms in modern history. Nissan essentially sold the same truck for 16 years. And while that sounds like laziness, it is actually the biggest advantage you could ask for if you are a senior looking for low-cost maintenance. Here is why. When a manufacturer keeps the same design for that long, every single problem gets identified and fixed. Every mechanic in the country knows this truck inside and out. Parts are dirt cheap and available everywhere. There is no mystery, no surprises, and no learning curve. I had a customer come in 2 years ago, a retired school teacher in her mid-60s. She wanted a small truck for hauling garden supplies, running to the hardware store, and taking her kayak to the lake on weekends. She had been looking at a used Toyota Tacoma and was about to pay $28,000 for a 2019 with 62,000 miles. I asked her if she had considered the Frontier. She had not even heard of it. I showed her a 2018 Nissan Frontier SV with the V6 engine, crew cab, with 48,000 miles, listed for $17,500. Same basic capability, similar size, $10,000 less. She bought it. That was 2 years ago. She is at 79,000 miles now. Total maintenance cost in that time, about $340. Oil changes, 1 cabin filter, and a set of brake pads. Here is the math that matters. According to long-term maintenance data, the Nissan Frontier costs roughly $9,200 in maintenance over its first 10 years. That puts it among the cheapest trucks to maintain in the entire pickup segment. The probability of needing a major repair is just over 26% in the first decade. Compare that to a Ford F-150 with more than $11,300 in 10-year maintenance costs and a 31% chance of a major repair. You are saving thousands for a truck that does everything a senior actually needs. The 4-liter V6 in the second-generation Frontier is naturally aspirated. No turbocharger to fail. No direct injection carbon buildup to worry about. It uses a timing chain, not a timing belt, so there is no $800 belt replacement at 100,000 miles. The 5-speed automatic transmission is simple and proven over millions of miles across the Nissan and Infiniti lineup. It is not flashy. It is not exciting. It is the kind of boring that saves you money for the next 15 years. For seniors specifically, the Frontier has a couple of practical advantages. It is a mid-size truck, which means it is easier to park than a full-size F-150 or Silverado. The bed is low enough that you are not climbing a ladder to load groceries or bags of mulch. And because the truck is lighter and more compact, tire costs are lower. You are buying passenger truck tires, not the oversized rubber that full-size trucks demand. If you are shopping for one, here is my checklist. First, stick with the V6 engine. The 2.5-liter four-cylinder was available in some years, but it is underpowered and had some oil consumption issues. The V6 is the one you want. Second, check the radiator on any Frontier from 2005 to 2010. There was a known issue where the transmission cooler inside the radiator could leak coolant into the transmission fluid. Nissan addressed this in later models, but on earlier ones, make sure the radiator has been replaced or ask about the strawberry milkshake problem. Mechanics call it that because the contaminated fluid turns pink. If the radiator has been swapped, you are good. Third, look for a crew cab model if comfort matters to you. The King Cab is fine, but the crew cab gives you real rear doors that are easier for passengers to get in and out of. That matters when your knees are not what they used to be. Bottom line on the Frontier, it is the most affordable, most overlooked, and most mechanically simple pickup a senior can buy. You can find clean examples with under 80,000 miles for $14,000 to $19,000 all day long, and nobody is fighting you for them because everyone is too busy overpaying for a Tacoma. Speaking of which, number 2, Toyota Tacoma. Now I know what you are thinking. The Tacoma is not a secret. Everyone knows it is reliable. But here is what most seniors do not realize. The Tacoma is not just reliable, it is the single cheapest truck to maintain over a 10-year period. No other pickup comes close. The numbers tell the story. The Toyota Tacoma costs roughly $7,000 in maintenance and repairs over its first 10 years of ownership. That is the lowest of any pickup truck on the market. The average for pickup trucks is significantly higher. The Tacoma's annual repair cost averages just $478 compared to $548 for the mid-size truck average and $652 for all vehicles. You are spending less to maintain a Tacoma than most people spend on a sedan. And here is the statistic that should stop you in your tracks. According to the iSeeCars longevity study that analyzed over 400 million vehicles, the Toyota Tacoma has roughly a 25% chance of reaching 250,000 miles. The industry average for all vehicles is under 5%. That means a Tacoma is 5 times more likely to hit 250,000 miles than the average car on the road. If you buy one at 65, you are probably leaving it to your grandkids. The third-generation Tacoma from 2016 to 2023 is the sweet spot for used buyers right now. The 3.5-liter V6 produces 278 horsepower, uses a timing chain, and is naturally aspirated. No turbos, no superchargers, no complicated hybrid systems. It is paired with either a 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual. Both are proven, both are durable. I had a gentleman come into my shop last spring, 68 years old, recently retired, who wanted a truck for light towing, hauling firewood, and weekend trips to his cabin. He had been looking at a new Ford Ranger and was quoted $38,000. I pulled up a 2018 Tacoma SR5 V6 with the double cab, 72,000 miles, listed for $24,500. He pushed back. He said he did not want to buy something with 72,000 miles on it. I told him the truth. 72,000 miles on a Tacoma is like 30,000 miles on most other trucks. These things are barely broken in at that point. He bought it. That was 14 months ago. He texted me last month from his cabin. He has put 18,000 miles on it. 0 repairs, just oil changes. Now for seniors, the Tacoma does have a couple of things to consider. The ride quality on the 3rd generation is firm. It is a body-on-frame truck with leaf springs in the rear, and you will feel bigger bumps. If you have back issues, this matters. It is not uncomfortable, but it is not as smooth as a sedan or an SUV. The step in height is also something to think about. The Tacoma sits higher than the Frontier, especially in TRD off-road and TRD Pro trims. If you have hip or knee concerns, look for an SR or SR 5 model without the lift kit. You can also add running boards for about $200 to make entry and exit significantly easier. Here is my inspection checklist for a used Tacoma. Inspect every item on this list. Check the frame. Early 2nd generation Tacomas from 2005 to 2011 had frame rust issues, particularly in northern states. Toyota issued an extended warranty and a frame replacement program for those years. If you are buying a 3rd generation from 2016 onward, this is much less of a concern. But always look. Test the transmission on 2016 and 2017 models specifically. Some owners reported rough shifting in early production of the 6-speed automatic. Toyota issued a software update that fixed most cases. Make sure it has been applied. Listen for any ticking or tapping from the engine at cold start. The 3.5-liter V6 can develop a minor timing cover seep on some examples. It is usually cosmetic and not a reliability concern, but it is worth noting the Tacoma does cost more than the Frontier. A 2018 V6 model with 70,000 to 80,000 miles is going to run you $22,000 to $28,000 depending on trim and location. That Toyota tax is real. But here's the trade-off. The resale value is insane. If you buy a Tacoma today and decide to sell it in 5 years, you will get more of your money back than with almost any other truck on the road. It holds value like nothing else in the segment. Who should buy this? Any senior who wants the absolute most reliable truck money can buy, and who does not mind paying a premium for that peace of mind. Anyone who plans to keep the truck for 10 or more years, where the Tacoma's low maintenance costs will more than make up for the higher purchase price, and anyone who tows a small boat, a utility trailer, or a camper under 6,500 pounds. Who should skip it? If ride comfort is your #1 priority, there is a better option, and it is my #1 pick. If this kind of honest breakdown is saving you time and money, hit subscribe. I am putting out more videos like this every week. Trucks, SUVs, and the real numbers that dealerships do not want you to see. Number 1. Honda Ridgeline. Number 1 is the truck that every senior pushes back on the moment I say the name. And every single one who actually buys one calls me 3 months later to say it is the best vehicle they have ever owned. The Honda Ridgeline is the most misunderstood pickup in America. Traditional truck guys dismiss it because it is built on a unibody platform instead of body on frame. They say it is not a real truck. And for seniors, that so-called weakness is the single biggest advantage you could ask for. Let me explain why. Unibody construction means the body and the frame are one integrated structure, the same way a car or an SUV is built. That means no leaf springs bouncing your spine on every railroad track. The Ridgeline uses a fully independent suspension, front struts, and a rear multi-link setup, just like a luxury sedan. The result is a ride quality that no other pickup truck in this class can match. Not the Tacoma, Not the Frontier, not the Ranger. Nothing. I recommended the Ridgeline to my Uncle Frank, the one I mentioned at the top. He had been driving a 2009 F-150 for 14 years. His back was killing him. His knees made getting in and out a daily battle. He wanted something that could still haul lumber from the home improvement store and tow his small fishing boat, but he did not want to feel like he was driving a dump truck anymore. The 2018 Ridgeline RTL he bought is a completely different experience. The step-in height is lower than any truck in its class. The seats are car comfortable. The ride is smooth enough that his wife, who refused to ride in his old F-150, now asks to take the Ridgeline everywhere. Here are the numbers. The Honda Ridgeline's annual repair cost averages around $502 per year. That is lower than the mid-size truck segment average of $548 and well below the all-vehicle average of $652. Over a 10-year span, total maintenance runs around $8,800 to $8,900. That puts it second only to the Tacoma for lowest maintenance costs in the mid-size truck category. Honda as a brand ranks number 1 out of 32 car brands for overall reliability, according to RepairPal data, with an average annual repair cost across all Honda models of just $428. The second-generation Ridgeline from 2017 to 2024 is the one to buy. It comes with a 3.5-liter V6 producing 280 horsepower, the same engine family used in the Honda Pilot and Odyssey, two of the most proven powertrains Honda has ever built. It is paired with a 6-speed automatic in earlier models and a 9-speed in later years. All-wheel drive is standard on every Ridgeline. You do not have to wonder if you are getting the right drivetrain. They all have it. And here is where the Ridgeline becomes a senior dream truck. The bed has a hidden-in-bed trunk with a drain plug. You can lock valuables in there, throw ice and drinks in it for tailgating, or use it for extra secure storage. The tailgate is dual action. It swings down like a traditional tailgate, or it opens to the side like a door. That side opening feature is a game changer for seniors because you do not have to reach over a dropped tailgate to grab items from the bed. You just open it like a door and step right up to your cargo. The technology is intuitive. Honda's infotainment system is straightforward. The buttons are clearly labeled. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on most trims, and the safety suite includes collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and road departure mitigation. These are not gimmicks. For a senior driving on the highway, adaptive cruise control alone reduces fatigue significantly on long drives. Current used prices are where this gets exciting. A 2018 Honda Ridgeline with 70,000 to 80,000 miles averages around $20,000 to $23,000. Compare that to a Tacoma from the same year at $24,000 to $28,000. You are getting a smoother ride, better interior comfort, standard all-wheel drive, and more senior-friendly features for $4,000 to $6,000 less. When you are inspecting a used Ridgeline, check these things. First, ask about the transmission fluid changes. Honda recommends changing the differential fluid and transmission fluid at regular intervals. If the previous owner skipped these, it is not a deal breaker, but get it done immediately after purchase. Budget $250 for both. Second, check the paint on the hood and roof. Some early 2017 models had reports of clear coat issues. Run your hand along the hood and look for any peeling or chalking. Third, test the in-bed trunk latch. Make sure it opens and closes smoothly and that the seal is intact. A bad seal means water gets in and that trunk becomes useless. Fourth, take it on the highway and drive it for at least 15 minutes. The Ridgeline is meant to be experienced at speed. Feel how quiet the cabin is. Feel how it absorbs road imperfections. That is the moment every skeptic becomes a believer. Who should buy this? Seniors who value ride comfort above everything else. This is the most comfortable pickup truck you can buy under $25,000. Anyone with back problems, knee issues, or hip concerns. The lower step in height and car-like ride are not just nice to have, they are quality of life improvements. Retirees who need a truck for errands, light towing under 5,000 pounds, and hauling things like furniture, appliances, and yard supplies, and anyone smart enough to buy based on how a truck actually performs instead of how it looks in a parking lot. Who should avoid it? If you need to tow more than 5,000 pounds, the Ridgeline is not the truck for you. If you want serious off-road capability, look elsewhere. And if you care about what the guys at the coffee shop think about your truck, I understand. The Ridgeline does not have that traditional truck image. But at 65, 70, or 75 years old, comfort and reliability matter a whole lot more than image. Trust me on that. Here is my final take. The Ridgeline is the truck I recommend to every senior who asks me what to buy. It rides like a luxury sport utility vehicle, maintains like a Honda Civic, and works like a truck when you need it to. The only reason it is underpriced is because people who have never sat in one keep calling it not a real truck. Their loss is your gain. So there it is. 3 bulletproof pickups perfect for seniors that cost almost nothing to maintain. The Nissan Frontier is forgotten by everyone except the mechanics who know it runs forever on pocket change. The Toyota Tacoma is the most reliable truck ever built, with the maintenance costs to prove it. And the Honda Ridgeline is the smartest pickup purchase any senior can make, hiding in plain sight while everyone overpays for something harder on their body and their wallet. You now know 3 trucks you can buy for under $25,000 that will treat you better than vehicles costing twice as much. Next time a salesman tries to push you into a loaded full-size truck with a $700 a month payment, you will know exactly where to steer that conversation. Now, if you want to know which used trucks are flat out built to last 300,000 miles, I did a whole video on that. It is right here, the trucks that just refuse to quit, with the data to back it up. Like if this helped, subscribe for more honest truck advice. Drive safe, take care of your truck, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I will see you in the next one.